Hello students. Today we are going to continue with the fifth chapter. Right? We have understood the concept of recruitment. That what is the general meaning of recruitment? What is the scientific meaning of recruitment? Right? Now, the various sources that are involved in the process of recruitment. Right? In the previous lecture I have given you a brief about the various sources, that is internal and external. This question, it can be asked into 5 mark of a question that state the sources, that is of recruitment, right? Or else it can be asked separately, like what are the internal sources of recruitment, what are the external sources of recruitment, into 3 marks of a question or 2 mark of a question. Okay, right? So starting with the internal sources, in that first is promotion. Promotion, that means that a person who is working at the particular, whenever the vacancy is there, and the person who is working at that lower level, let's say for an example that a person is working in the company or in a business unit as a supervisor in a production department from last 5 to 7 years, and he's eligible, like he is having a qualification, he is having that experience, right? So that person should be given a chance, right, to be promoted. That means to be assigned a role which is of a higher level of designation, that is at the post of manager, right? And obviously that promotion, when the designation that has been given, particular higher level of post that has been assigned, so there will be increase in the salary, right? Some sort of that power that will be given, that power of a supervisor and a power of a manager, that is the difference, right? New roles and a responsibility that will be assigned to that specific person. Okay, and most important, that is the status of the person is going to increase, right? The person who is working as a supervisor now promoted to manager, so obviously the status of that person is going to improve, right? But some parameters are there, that why or how promotion that will be given. Promotion will be given on the basis of the knowledge that a person is having, the skill that person is having, right? And why it is considered as internal, because we don't need to go out of the company. We can search for the probable candidate or a suitable candidate within the organization. Okay, right? Right? So what we can say here, that promotion, that means what? Promotion, that means salary that is going to increase, power and responsibility, that is authority and responsibility, that is also going to increase, right? And the status of a person, that is also going to be there. Okay, and promotion, that is what? Higher level of designation, higher level of post that will be given to the employee, right? Ultimately it will increase the boost and morale of the employee. Transfer. Second, transfer, that means by when there is a that surplus manpower is there, or when the shortage of a manpower is there, like suppose for an example that that L&T, Larsen and Toubro, they have so many manufacturing or in particular units, right, into the various regions of India, like Surat, Ahmedabad, Baroda, right, Mumbai. So like suppose for an example that we have a vacancy in Baroda, right, and the person who is working in the Surat, there is a surplus staff or there is a requirement, then that person will be transferred from Surat to Baroda, right? So recruitment process, that can be what? That can be shortened, right? That we are going to get a particular person or an employee from the same organization, right? But here what is the main thing, that in transfer, that person is not going to have that salary increment. He is only going to get transfer, that yes, from one place to another place he will be going, right? But again, yes, that when, on what parameters or what basis the transfer will be done? Transfer will be done on the basis of the skill and the knowledge that a person is having, right? Like that a particular departmental head, like suppose for an example a sales departmental head, he has to decide, right, whether which person is going to be there into Baroda, right? A salesperson, the team is there, and a person who is performing well, and yes, there is a need to increase the sale in Baroda territory, then obviously that person will be transferred. Okay, right? So transfer, that means from one place to another place with the same designation, with the same salary, right? Then third, friends and relatives of employees. See, many of the organization or many of the business unit, what they are going to do, they are going to that they are going to put that advertisement on the notice board for the that employees who are working in it, right? Here we have a vacancy in so and so department. If any of your friends, if any of your relatives, they are interested in doing a job in our company, then you can bring it to that particular company for the interview, right? So obviously they are going to get what they are, that business unit, their ultimate objective, that is recruitment, that is being fulfilled, right? So they are going to what? They are going to hire the person from the reference of the existing employees that are working in the company. So ultimately it will reduce the cost, and plus the employees, the relatives, they will be feel happy that yes, they have what, they have been part of a recruitment process, right? Like suppose I'm working in a divine school, right? Now we have a vacancy in any of the subject, right, whether it is commerce or a science. So if any of my friend or my relative, they will be in the part of, so obviously I will be what, I will be calling them and telling them, yes, we have a vacancy in our school, you can come for the interview. If you are suitable, then yes, you will be what, you will be selected, right? So, and yes, sometimes that some of the business unit, they will be providing incentives, they will be providing that financial reward to the particular employee, those who are bringing up those who are bringing up the candidates for the job, right? Okay, if they are staying for a 3 months, if they are staying for a 6 months, if they are staying for a 1 month, then partially payment that will be done to them. So ultimately that financial motivation that will always be there. Getting my point, right? Then recalling the retrenched employees. Now understand the concept that what is retrenched employees. Retrenched employees, that means what, like in the phase of a depression, when the period of depression will be there, many of the companies, they are going to what, they are going to that those who are working on the temporary basis, those employees will be retrenched. Retrenched, that means they will be what, they will be dismissed from the job, right? Like that mostly this thing is happening into the IT companies, right? They are going to have that phase of depression, right? So they are going to dismiss the particular employees, and as and when the new project that they are going to get a particular technical company, then they will be what, they will be recalling those retrenched employees, because they are having that particular data, right? Suppose I'm working in the specific organization, for any reason I will be what, I will be removed from the company, I will be removed from the project, and when another project that will be assigned, so I will be getting call from them, right? Because they have the data, they have that experience, they have that knowledge. Yes, that suppose for an example that I am working with a so and so company from last 4 to 5 years, and I will be retrained for any reason, right? And another, that particular company is again establishing their new project, starting new venture, so they can what, they can call up the particular old employees or the particular retrenched employees for what purpose, for the job, right? Get my point? Then promotion with transfer, that first and second, that we can say that person will be transferred from one place to another place with promotion, that means the increase in salary it will be there, right? Plus higher level of power and authority, that is power and a responsibility, that will be assigned to them. So ultimately what is going to happen, obviously, that yes, that person will feel encouraged, right? Promotion with transfer, that a person is transferred from Surat to Baroda with promotion, okay, right? Then waiting list. Now understand this thing, that a waiting list is the list of candidates who had applied in the past but could not be absorbed. That means, like take an example that we have a vacancy in our school for around 2 teachers, right? So is it required that only 2 applications that are going to be received? No, there will be more than 10, 15 or 20 teachers, they have been applied, but only 2 that has been absorbed. That means only 2 person or only 2 teachers, they have been employed or they have been selected, right? So other applicants, they will be what, they will be considering to the waiting list, right? So in future, if there is a requirement, then they will be called from that list. That is why they are considered as what, they are considered as the waiting list. This question, that is waiting list, that has been asked into the 2 mark of a question many times, right? So this list is useful for what purpose? For the recruitment, because the person, that recruitment officer, they are going to have the data of everything, the name, qualification, mobile number, so they can be called up and they can what, they can be given the interview, right? So ultimately it will reduce the cost, okay, getting my point, right? So it will what, it will save the cost of the all over that advertisement not to be given, that no any kind of contact that need to be taken, like we have what, we have the specific data. Yes, I have what, I have that particular thing. Yes, I have a data with the phone candidate name and the phone number, I will be calling them, okay, getting my point, right? So that is called as what, that is called as a waiting list. Then external sources, these are whatever we have completed, they are internal sources, right? Internal sources, that means by from within, that within the company, within the organization, within the business unit, okay. Now next is external sources, that yes, what are the sources that can be absorbed, or candidates that can be there from the outside. In that, first is through advertisement, most common way, that I have given you the example also, that if you guys are having that Gujarat Samachar, then GS appointments, it will be there on every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. Particular, that advertisement that will be done, right? So that majority of the particular, that candidates, they can be called up in a mass, right? Like that bank recruitment, railway recruitment, they will be giving advertisement into the newspaper as well as in the television also, right? So that each and every candidate from the different parts of India, they can apply for the job, right? See, it is costlier, but still it is the most efficient and improved way of doing a recruitment, because many of the candidates, they will be getting that awareness, okay, yes, this so and so company is hiring, right? And in advertisement, everything that will be given, okay, by what is the minimum age requirement, what is the minimum qualification, or the qualification in that also, that what is the criteria, what is the parameter, that in 10th what percentage you have got, in 12th what percentage, that is the requirement, right? With the reservation, that is whether it's as that person is belong to SC, ST, OBC, general, right? The bifurcated data, it will be given, right? So advertisement, that means give away the advertisement, yes, we are hiring, right? And accordingly, that person, that people, the candidates, they will be what, they will be getting a job, they are going to apply for the job, right? Then second, through employment exchange. See, employment exchange, it is a particular thing, okay, right? A private and a public employment exchanges, it will be there, like, and mostly this employment exchanges, right, they are going to what, they are going to provide the data for the people, or they are going to get the data of the people who are that recently educated. Like suppose after completion of your college, if you are not getting a job, then you need to register into the employment exchange, right? Now what employment exchange they are going to do, they are going to prepare a list, right, that you need to be register yourself into the particular employment exchange, right? Like what is your qualification, what is your skill, what is your name, address, everything that will be registered with the exchange, that is employment exchange. Now when the employer needs the data, this employment exchanges, that is whether it is a public or a private, they are going to provide those data, and the particular people, those who are unemployed, they are going to get the employment, right? It will be there in the chapter of economics, that is 6, that is unemployment, right? Like they are going to provide you the data, that employment exchanges, they are going to give the data, they are going to that do particular that these people, this employment exchanges, these people, they are going to have the data of the unemployed people, and mostly that age between 15 to 25, it is not like that, okay, by compulsorily it will be there, but 15 to 25, the age group, they are going to what, they are going to be registered under these employment exchanges, okay, getting my point, right? Then third, through educational institute, this is a completely a new way, that is we can say that campus recruitment, right? Many of the colleges and everything, they are what, they are arranging the particular campus interview, they are going to invite the companies, right? So that the students, they are going to get the job before the completion of their degree or completion of education. Many of the people, you have seen the Three Idiots movie, right? That at the end, that people, there's that at the semester end, they are going to arrange the particular campus interviews, right? Companies, that big companies, they are going to come into the campus, they are going to come into the college premises, they are going to arrange some, they are going to take some aptitude test, they are going to get that particular personal interview, and if any candidate that is found suitable, they will be selected, right? When you see the advertisement of many colleges, it will be there, okay, yeah, we have that 100% placement is there, we have tied up with the particular that various companies, like they are going to give the name. So what is that? That is a procedure, or that is a process of what, process of a campus recruitment, right? And candidates, they can be obtained by what, that can be obtained by the campus recruitment. So companies, they only need to what, they only need to target the particular colleges, right? So that they can get the particular fresh talents, those who have skills, they can obtain from the colleges, right? Getting my point? So these companies, they are going to that they are going to have that particular thing, they are going to tie it up with them, right? So ultimately, mostly this IITs and IIM, they are going to arrange this interview, they have the 100% ratio, right? That is why that so many people, they are trying to get admission into IIT and IIMs, right? That before the completion of the degree, they are going to have that job, and with the handsome salary, okay, getting my point? Then through trade unions. Now these trade unions, what are the trade unions? Trade unions, that means they will be working for the upliftment of the group of the laborers, right? Okay, they are going to form the group, one president or one leader, it will be there, they are going to look after for the betterment of the group of laborers or the workers, right? Many a times, as we have seen, that retrenched employees will be retrained, laborers, they will be retrained due to the shortage of a project or due to the shortage of a work, right? So if when the workload is increasing, so these trade unions, they are going to come to first know, like, I mean, they're going to first to come to know, like, about what, where is the recruitment or where is the requirement of so and so laborers. So they can what, they can contact the laborers, they can contact the workers, and they can what, they can hire, right? So this companies or a business unit, they are going to become, or they are going to come into the particular contact with the trade unions, and they are going to ask, yes, we have so and so requirement, so you need to what, you need to bring the particular labor, or you need to bring the workers in the organization, right? See, these trade unions, they are not going to charge any kind of amount from the laborers or from the workers, right? They are doing the particular, we can say, that social upliftment work, so, right, to maintain the standard of living of the particular that group of workers or a group of laborers. Okay, getting my point, right? Then, sorry. Fifth, through contractors. See, mostly this thing is happening into the mining industry or a construction, right? That is, as suppose for example, I am a contractor, right? Like, if a construction of a building it to be required, right? Then I will be coming into the contact direct with the party that who are going to construct a particular building, right? So I am a contractor. I'm having a particular constant touch with the different type of laborers, right? Okay, by those who have that skill in a particular specialization in the different kinds of area, right? So what I will be doing, that particular that person who is going to construct, that suppose the architect, right? He will be in a constant touch with me, right? I'm a single person. That person need to give me, yes, we need this 20 laborers, 30 laborers, 100 laborers, right? So it is the duty of mine. It is the responsibility of mine as a contractor. I will be make them, or I will be providing that sufficient manpower to them, right? So ultimately that person, that architect, they only need to what, they only need to contact me only, that is single person, that individual person, and I will be looking after the particular all the activities of this particular construction, right? That whenever there is a requirement will be there, I will be arranging the laborers with the specific wages which will be affordable to the architect, and as well as that fulfillment of a laborers or a particular workers, it will be there, right? As a construction industries, mining industries, and a tea plantation, this thing, that through contract system it will be done, right? And then recruitment at the gate, that means a board, it will be there, okay, by yes, we are hiring. Mostly these were the daily wages people, right? That many companies, they are going to put the board at the gate, okay, yes, we have a hiring, we have a vacancy, we are going to recruit the person, right? So those who are interested, they are going to come at the gate, they will be applying for the job, they will be getting the particular, okay, by we are interested and we need to do the work, so they will be selected if any person found suitable, right? And last, that is modern method. This modern method, that requires the well-versed knowledge of a computer and the internet, right? That many of the that we can take an example of a Naukri.com, timesjobs.com, right? What these people, they are going to do, they are the particular agencies, or we can say that they are going to what, they are particular, they are going to provide an online platform to the employees, to the candidates, those who are looking for the job, right? Like suppose I am looking for a job, so I need to register myself into the Naukri.com, my personal detail will be there, my professional details will be there, my education details, everything it will be registered, right? Now the same access that will be given to the employer, that is to the company, and when company, they are going to look for they are going to search for the candidate. If they found my profile suitable, then I will be contacting. Some online test it will be there, or I will be directly called to the particular company or a business premises, and they will be taking the interview. If I'm selected, okay, right? And sometimes they are that Naukri.com, like people, they are going to they are going to call the particular candidate, yes, we have this much of a requirement, if you want to go for the particular job, then you can, we are going to provide a very good job, we are going to give that particular so and so salary, etc., right? So this modern method, that is what, that is with the help of internet, with the help of technology, it will be there, okay, right? So these are the various sources of recruitment, internal and external, right? Just go through it. If you have any doubt, let me know, right? Okay, thank you.